Hello, this is the Great Riek here, as if you guys didn't already know that, and today I'm going to be doing what a billion other Fire Emblem YouTubers are doing, and taking an analytical look at the Fire Emblem Three Houses trailer that we got yesterday, February 13th. So what I'm going to be doing is, well, first off, you'll notice that this isn't the usual YouTube play or anything, but that's because honestly, I hate recording YouTube videos from full screen, so I just downloaded it because it'd be a pain in the ass for me personally to make it 1280 by 720. But anyway, I'm going to be going into as much detail as possible while watching the trailer. I'll be pausing it as I go along, so you'll be hearing some bits, and I'm going to I turned down the volume. I'm going to turn it down just a bit more. Hopefully I can still hear it at 30%, but yeah. Alright, enough chatter. It's already been a minute. Let's play.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
Well, there's this direct thing. Also, I'm just gonna say, I love how good the logo looks this time around. Like, I'm just gonna say, for the previous, trailer, the logo didn't look that good. Now, though, it looks a lot more polished. Then again, it's been 8 months since the last trailer. So yeah, they better have improved shit, so by the way, this is my 10th time watching this.
The continent of Fodlan.
Okay, Fates already loses to this game. The continent has a name. Okay, all jokes aside, just wanted to shit on Fates for that, because Fates didn't have a continent name. There's just Nor and Hoshido on the land of Google Maps. By the way, people have already pointed this out from last trailer. Excuse me, allergy season over here. Yeah, people already pointed out from last trailer that this place, the map already looks like a real map and not just some Google Earth imagery shit. Anyway, I'm gonna click continue.
Said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance.
Okay, so I already like the setup for these kingdoms, especially Leicester, because it heeds no king or emperor, which means, is it a democratic nation, or how does it work exactly? But, I assume it's much like the Lycian Alliance, where it's there's a whole bunch of kings and shit, you see all these names, I cannot read cursive to save my life, so I'm gonna read the ones I can, like Sonasil, Sharon, Balateo, Eastern Church, stuff like that. But, yeah.
Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Yeah, okay, people have already pointed this out, but that calling it now, same as everyone, the harmony's not gonna last. It'll be gone by, by end game or some shit, you know? But, yeah. Either way, clicking play now.
In the Fire Emblem Three Houses game, you are the hero the world needs. You start out as a mercenary traveling with a group led by your father, Geralt.
Okay, so this trailer, so pretty much you start off as basically Avatar Ike, is what I gather from this. And honestly, the fact that you're shown so prominently in the cutscenes makes me think that you won't be able to customize your avatar. Everyone's already pointed that out. Either that or they found a way to do cutscenes after you've customized your avatar's hair or some crap like that. But either way, also another thing is, this guy is either going to be rat bait or he's going to fall out of the plot somehow, because that's one of the two default states for fathers in Fire Emblem. Like, you either die, like Cornelius, Sigurd, the like, or you become irrelevant like Eliwood was for the most part in Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. Or no, it's Sword of Seals. My bad.
After an unexpected incident reveals an unknown power hidden within, you'll travel to Garrick Mach Monastery, where you'll receive an offer to teach at the Officers' Academy. Around that same time, you alone begin to see a mysterious girl named Sothis.
You know, someone pointed out something about Sothis in the trailer, like in the trailer comments on the Nintendo YouTube page, that in mythology apparently Sothis is described as either a god or a goddess. So maybe we'll get another Felicia Jacob situation like in Fates, where it's like your Sothis will be either male or female depending on your avatar's gender. So like male Byleth gets fucking female Sothis, while female Byleth gets male Sothis, though I highly doubt it, because people would riot if they didn't have their cute dragon lolly. But, and I've been going on for 7 minutes, and I'm not even 2 minutes into this goddamn trailer. Like, I ramble a lot, people. Sorry for that.
Who appears within your mind. Garrick Mach Monastery lies at the center of 3 large territories. It is the home base of the Church of Seiros, the main religion of Fodlan, as well as the Knights of Seiros. Not only does the church serve to maintain order in Fodlan, its monastery also houses the Officers' Academy. Those who train there will go on to shoulder the future of Fodlan. The officer...
I'm just gonna say, those animated cutscenes, they just looked very nice. I mean, they're not CG, but full-on anime cutscenes. Those actually looked pretty nice compared to the CG stuff we've seen so far from Echoes and what we saw from the last trailer. Though I feel like they're trying to get CG down. This is their first time doing CG cutscenes for this series, so the team doesn't really know how to do it. Okay, second time really, but still it takes a while, especially on new hardware like Fire Emblem Awakening. They couldn't get feet put in or anything like that. We all know the story behind that shit.
Academy is comprised of 3 houses. The Black Eagles is for students from the Adrestian Empire, including the house leader and future emperor, Edelgard.
People still pronounce her Edelgard.
The Blue Lions boast Prince Dimitri of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus as its house leader. This house is for students from his kingdom. The Golden Deer is for students from the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, who is the heir of the noble family that leads the Alliance. As a professor, you will lead the students of one of these houses and instruct them. In addition to the house leaders, there are many other students to meet, each with their own unique personalities and skills.
Okay, so they're saying that you choose a house to teach, and that's actually a pretty good thing in my opinion, as it adds to more replayability, and maybe you'll see more sides of the world and the story depending on which house you choose. I feel like Edelgard's story will be kind of a more focused on finding maybe, and I'm just theory crafting the hell out of this right now, but Edelgard's will be more focused on shit discovering the church, the faults of the church and crap like that, while Dimitri's is more about keeping like, the peace and trying to keep things as neutral as possible. While Claude, like, based on what I saw from the trailer, of both trailers actually, you know, where he fights that big, like, Iron Maiden thing, honestly, I predict that Claude's whole adventure will be more of like a treasure hunt, finding lost relics and shit. Like, those aren't going to be the only things that happen, but those are going to be, like, the big things to happen, I feel. Also, another thing that I've noticed, like, if you listen in, like, listen on your own time to the trailer, like, you listen very closely, every single line of dialogue so far has been voice acted, which means full voice acting is coming back, which means either the cast of this game is going to be really fucking small, or they're going to be able to do, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 levels of voice acting, which, I mean, that's still impressive, because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had, like, how many characters in it? Like, I'm counting the optional ones, like Cosmos and all that. They all had voice actors, or actresses, and they all... Sorry, again, allergies kicking my ass, and they all still managed to be fully voiced, from what I remember. But yeah, gonna keep going.
Which house will you choose?
A lot of people are gonna choose Edelgard. Like, people have been waifuing her from the get-go. Like, there's no debate that Edelgard's gonna be everyone's first choice. Like, personally, I'm gonna go with Claude, because Archer and all that. So, but yeah, gonna click again. Now we get to the juicy bits. Like, this is gonna be juicy.
Students are expected to travel to various lands, sometimes with the Knights of Seros themselves, and gain real battle experience, including everything from defeating bandits to suppressing rebellions. These may be class assignments, but the stakes in each battle...
Okay, so as you can see right here, like with Bernadetta, she's got a lance and a bow rank, and she's also got curved shot. I'm gonna be on and off clicking and pausing here. She also has either Wrath or Tempest. I can't really tell which one that is. It might also be a brand new skill, who knows? But anyway, so she's got good hit against the thief this time. And
battles
so
are very real. Whether your students live or die will depend on your leadership.
And as you notice, she did Curve Shot, which had a 3 next to it, but it did not take HP away when it activated. I'm just going to go on a limb here and say, instead of HP this time around, you'll have limited uses of a skill per battle. So, for example, say you have Curve Shot, and that Curve Shot has a 3 to it. You can only use Curve Shot 3 times per battle. But, I mean, I'm just speculating here, folks.
Strategize as the battle progresses to claim victory.
Also, that 100 crit, like, I'm curious to see just how high crit rates can go. Will we get FE6 levels of crit rate where it's like Rutger with his like 103 fucking percent crit rate, or 150? I don't know, but yeah. And I paused. Okay, I'm gonna point out some stuff right here. So, first off, I'm gonna point out what no one's really been looking at for the XP meter, but that's because I think everyone's so used to how Heroes does it now that they just don't notice it. But at level 2, you needed 110 EXP to level up, which is new to the Fire Emblem series outside of Heroes. You see, in Fire Emblem, you've always needed exactly 100 EXP for each level up. Also, one of the things I appreciate right here is you see how much weapon EXP you need instead of just some random meter. And also you see a class mastery, which means... I wonder if this means that, like, there's points to a class. Like, honestly, everyone in this game looks to be freelancers for the most part, so perhaps classes are not really important to this game. Like, this will be the first time in Fire Emblem history where people don't really start off as a class. Also, battalions, you see, like, Intel Battalion levels up, Empire Infantry, 100 EXP remaining. Perhaps, you know, your Empire Infantry will die, or perhaps they assist you with attacks. Like, one of the things that I think is you can equip what type of infantry you have. And, for example, they give stat boosts, like Empire Infantry perhaps give you insane crit rate. Armored Infantry give you extra defense. Maybe Paladin Infantry give you, like, extra move. Like, imagine giving an Armor Knight one extra move, but say they each come at a cost. Like, Armor Knights have, what is it, like, +1 defense, but 1 less move. Paladins give you +1 move, but less defense. You know, stuff like that. Also, I'm going to get back to these weapon ranks in just a second.
At the officers'
Okay, I'm just going to say, I like this right here, because this kind of looks like an arena in the way. Like, you'll train your students. It also kind of deconfirms what my friend thinks in a way. Like, my friend thinks you're going to switch between which houses you play as, and I disagree. I think you're just going to be all of your, I think you're just going to be whatever classes, like whatever house you choose. So it's like, because Ferdinand, I think, is from Edelgard's house, the Black Eagles. But, yeah. Also, I like that they're both using a training lance. Yeah, one is obviously stronger and has higher hit, meaning that he has higher skill. And one has less damage. Sylvain looks like he's just gonna get his ass kicked. Also, look at their look at their weapon ranks right here. Like, Ferdinand has, like, all 3 weapons. Like, all 3 of the melee triangle. Like, he's not gonna be disadvantaged at all. Like, holy crap. Also, I like that with this competition thing, you earn gold, and you also earn stuff like intermediate seals, which I'm going to assume are like class change seals, given that, again, everyone's a freelancer. And I'm going to go into how I think class changing will work in just a second.
academy, your students will work diligently each day so that they may wield a variety of weapons.
Okay, now this is where we get into the good shit. Like, so, as you see right here, there's this girl Dorothea, and as you can see, she has blue arrows and red arrows and all this stuff. So what I'm gonna assume that, like, each character, you can choose what weapons they equip. Like, you can make their focuses, like, this one, like, right now seems to be swords and magic. But, for example, you can perhaps change their, focuses, as we're gonna see right here. Well, actually, no. I'm still, gonna keep this pause. But it looks like you can change their focuses, but, for example, it looks like, because, sword and reason focus. The other one is called Faith. I'm just gonna say that right there. And Faith has a red arrow, which means probably, like, as you can see, like, with the skill details, it says base +4, strength +2, EXP equals 6. Perhaps if you try to train the Faith, instead of the base +4 getting 6 EXP instead, you only get 2. Making it harder to train that. But, kind of like the original Persona games, which, will deter people from trying. Actually, no, it won't deter people from trying. People will try it no matter what, But anyway, gonna just
Study of magic
wait until all of the stuff gets shown.
and acquire special skills.
Okay, gonna look at this girl, Lindhart. As you can see, she has a focus on, reason and faith, which, honestly, I feel like reason is gonna be, like, dark and light magic, while faith is gonna be anima magic. I feel like it's gonna be back to the, Fire Emblem 4 weapon triangle, where it's light and dark trump anima magic, while anima fights within itself, but you can also see that Lindhart has a liking to both, which is pretty interesting. But this right here,
such as
horsemanship. But yeah, as you can see right here, like, you have a new fist fighting weapon rank, you have an authority weapon rank, you have armor weapon rank, horse weapon rank, and flying weapon rank. What I believe this means is either two things. One, nobles are trainee classes, which a lot of people already assume. But you see, like, as you'll see later on, these class ranks as a noble do matter, because they'll let you choose what class you're actually able to promote into. So, for example, you need an authority. Say you need an authority of, like, D to be some sort of, like, support class, like a dancer or a bard. Like, that's what I'm gonna assume authority does, is, like, authority gives shit like, Also, I'm sorry for going, a lot. This is my unscripted thoughts. I know, I'm not the biggest fan of unscripted, but anyway. So it's like, E means, like, there'll be classes that give, like, stat boosts and crap like that. Armored allows you to, like, become classes like knights. Maybe in this game there'll be, like, mage armors. Like, imagine, like, having a healer that's an armor, or a horse that uses, or an armored horse maybe. Like, who knows what you're allowed to focus on and what you're not allowed to focus on. But another thing that I'm thinking is mounts will be like the game Berwick Saga. Same with armor. In Berwick Saga, when you had a mount, your mount was not a permanent part of you. You only had, like, the mount until the mount was killed or something like that. So, I'm thinking that your mounts will either only be temporary, or these class ranks will force your characters into a career path. Which, for the character Raphael, who was shown earlier, like, I'm not going to go back, but yeah, I'm going to focus all hell on him being a Myrmidon, if that's a choice, because, goddamn, making a giant bulky dude a Myrmidon, why the hell not? Faith in writing.
You have been entrusted with their future, and it's up.
So we saw Lindhart heal, and now we see Iron Gauntlets attacking twice before the enemy attacks with their fire spell. Which makes me believe one thing, that gauntlets, much like a pugilist would, are gonna punch the shit out of someone before the enemy gets a chance to even hit. So, like, for example, like, say an enemy has 28 HP and Caspar attacked him, like is shown right here or something. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna attack first and I'm gonna punch you twice. Maybe that second punch will be so hard that it breaks his goddamn skull or something. Like I want to be more analytical, but honestly, this is a 5-minute trailer with the first shit we've seen in forever, and I'm not going to be the one to grasp at straws so much. And I've already gone into a 24-minute video about this shit.
To guide each of them and help them hone their abilities.
Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about with skills, with like the whole like ranks and shit. So, say, like, I think Edelgard and all the other students are all going to be the same class. Unless, like, they decide to keep aristocrats as lords, as they showed before. But, like, for example, with your nobles, who are your trainees, obviously, say they need a C rank in cavalry, in, like, horsemanship, before they're allowed to even become a cavalier. Or, say they need a C rank in swords, before they're allowed to become a mercenary. Something that I'd love to see. But, yeah. As you can see, Edelgard at this point has a axe rank of C or higher, and she's allowed to become a brigand. Which, honestly, people have already memed the shit out of this. And I would too, to be honest, because why would a school teach you to be a brigand? Why not be a fighter? But, whatever. Brigand, fighter, they've always been the same shit. Let's be fair here. But yeah, honestly, I feel like the weapon ranks will choose your promotion, which is something that I've wanted in Fire Emblem forever now. Like, back when I was making my own Fire Emblem fan game, I was never any good at it. I wanted to see a way to, like, have a trainee class that could use every single weapon, but your promotion was based on which weapon rank was your highest. So, I feel like this is gonna be like that. It's, like, gonna be another Mila statue thing, only with a pass rate, which means, who knows, you might not be allowed to just reclass whenever you feel like. We'll just have to wait and see on that.
Through combat experience and study, you can help your students reach their full potential. Your students can also interact with each other at the academy, and by doing so, their bonds will strengthen.
Okay, so, actually, look.
And they'll be able to better support each other on the battlefield.
So, yeah, first we saw a mess hall, which is a feature from Fates. One of the few My Castle features I actually really enjoyed. Perhaps they'll add more stat boosts. Maybe mess halls will be another way for characters to, like... sorry, like, caught myself there for a second. I was about to cough, but yeah. Mess halls will be a way to build supports as well, because here's the thing. In school, you made friends in the cafeteria. As someone that's only been out of high school since... it's almost been 5 fucking years, yeah. Yeah, as someone that was just recently in high school, the cafeteria was where you made the most friends. So I'd honestly think of that as a good support hub. Maybe, like, students choose to sit next to each other. So, like, your class starts bonding as they're eating in the mess hall. And stuff like that. And as they get closer, you see this Gambit boost thing. Which, let me rewind just a second. Yeah, so, looks like it's a 4-way Gambit boost, like, at this moment, with Byleth, weird edgy guy that looks like my friend's OC, Sylvain, actually, no, that's not Sylvain, that's Ferdinand, and Edelgard.
Will strengthen, and they'll be able
and
to...
it's called a coordinated gambit, which probably means that coordinated means that's well planned out usually, so that's why it has a 100% hit rate.
better support each other
and
on the battlefield.
I know people are excited about this Black Beast, or at least somewhat are, but I would not be. The reason I say that is because last time we got this excited, we got the stone faces from Fates, and we do not want another one of those. Also, forgive the plane in the background. It's hard for... my walls are super thin. I need a new place. Well, when I can afford to move out. Now, this is interesting.
Hey, over here!
So, okay. A lot of people are speculating that either, like, if you watch Louise's video, the speculation is that, sorry. So I keep nearly coughing. But yeah, the speculation is that, like, either that's Amila's turnwheel type feature, or the avatar gets the power of future sight with the help of Sophis. And with that your time gets kind of reversed. Either way, I kind of hope it's more of Amila's turnwheel feature, because honestly, that needs to be a mainstay in every game from now on, because God knows, people loved it. I mean, sure, it was broken somewhat, limit the use of it, but otherwise, keep it in there. It's a great feature.
Forward, now!
And this just gives me a
Three
Valkyria
territories.
Chronicles vibe.
3 houses. Your very own journey. Fire Emblem Three Houses will release on July 26th.
And I am glad for this, and already got the special edition, but yeah, that's the trailer, and honestly, it got me super hyped. Like, there was a lot to glean off this. That out of a 5-minute video, I made so far a 30-minute video. Now, a lot of people aren't happy about the school setting, which I disagree with. You know, it's new, it's different, and here's the thing. People want new and different, whether they realize it or not. And honestly, I just can't wait for July 26th at this point. Can't wait to see if any of what I've said is true, if I'm just going to be completely proven wrong. See if those beasts actually serve a purpose. Though, I'm just going to be honest, they're probably just going to be normal beasts like the Faceless and Fates were. But either way, that's the Fire Emblem Three Houses trailer that we've gotten so far. I hope to see more in the future. As the game comes out, I will be doing more of these trailer analysis. Hopefully mine will be shorter. I'm not going to guarantee it because they're unscripted, and it's going to be just, I love to ramble. Like, much like the Omniblade, I love to ramble. But anyway, have a great night, and hopefully you subscribe for more content. Goodbye.